This is a famous Japanese novel. It was written by Kigo Higashino. The book came out in 2012. Many people love this book. It is not a crime story. It is a warm and magical story. It talks about time and kindness. The story has a special mailbox. This mailbox is very unusual. It can send letters through time. People write to ask for advice. They get replies from different times. These letters connect many lives. The book gives people hope. It shows that life can change. Even a small act can help a lot. The year is 2012. There are 3 young men. Their names are Atsuya, Shota, and Kohei. They are not good people. They just rob a house. They steal money and things. Now they run away. They feel very scared and nervous. They drive their car at night. They want to get far away, but their car breaks down. They cannot go any further. It is very late at night. The streets are totally empty. They do not know what to do. They see an old store nearby. It looks very old and dirty. Dust covers the windows. The name is Namiya General Store. No one has opened the store for years. The 3 men decide to hide there. They break the door and go in. It is dark inside the store. Old things fill the room. They see old magazines and papers. The store smells old and dusty. They decide to stay until morning. They are tired and need rest. These young men have hard lives. They grew up in a children's home. They do not have any parents. They have no family to help them. Life is always difficult for them. They never have much money. They never receive much love. They feel very angry at the world. They think life is not fair. They make bad choices in life. They steal because they have no hope. They think they have no other way. Atsuya is the leader of the group. He is strong and very tough. He speaks in a loud voice. He gets angry very easily. He does not trust other people. He thinks everyone is against him. Shota is also very stubborn. He likes to argue with Atsuya. They fight with each other often. Kohei is different from his friends. He is gentler and more caring. He feels sorry for other people. He often stops the 2 from fighting. He is the peacemaker of the group. While they sit in the dark store, something happens. They hear a small noise outside. A letter falls through the mail slot. The sound is very clear at night. They all jump up in surprise. Who sends a letter here now? The store has been closed for years. It is past 12 at night. No one should be outside now. They pick up the letter and read it. The letter comes from a woman. She calls herself Moon Rabbit. She has a big problem in life. She trains for the Olympics. She wants to be an athlete. She works very hard every day. But her boyfriend is very sick. The doctors say he will die soon. He stays in the hospital now. He needs care and love from her. She loves him very much. She wants to stay with him, but she also wants to train hard. She cannot do both things at once. She must make a hard choice. She does not know what to do. She writes to ask for advice. She hears the owner gives good advice. The three men feel very confused. They do not understand what happens. Why does someone send a letter here? They want to ignore the letter at first. They think it is a joke or a mistake. But Kohei feels sorry for the woman. He reads her letter once again. He can feel her sadness in the words. He decides to write a reply to her. He gives her some simple advice. He puts the reply in the milk box. The old owner used that milk box. Then something even stranger happens. Another letter comes in a few minutes. It comes from Moon Rabbit again. She asks more questions in this letter. She thanks them for their advice. The young men feel very shocked now. How can she reply so quickly? They soon understand the truth. The mailbox has magical powers. Moon Rabbit wrote her first letter in 1980. The young men live in 2012. The mailbox connects past and present. They talk to someone from long ago. This is a very strange experience for them. The young men become very curious now. They look around the old store. They find old newspapers and magazines. They learn about the store's history. The owner was an old man. His name was Yuji Namiya. He was a kind and helpful person. People in the neighborhood loved him. He always smiled and said hello. Many years ago, he started a service. He let people write about problems. People wrote letters at nighttime. They put them through the mail slot. Mr. Namiya read every letter carefully. He thought about each problem deeply. He wrote a reply to each person. He put the reply in the milk box. People came back in the morning. They picked up their replies secretly. It was like a secret advice service. At first, the letters were simple. Children wrote about their small problems. They asked how to get good grades. They wanted to become popular at school. They asked how to become rich. Mr. Namiya gave fun and clever answers. He always took time to reply. He never ignored a single letter. But over time, things changed. People asked about serious problems. Adults wrote about their work life. Young people wrote about love. Parents wrote about their children. People had trouble with dreams. They had trouble with their families. They worried about their future. Mr. Namiya always tried his best. He gave honest and thoughtful advice. He wanted to make life better for them. He kept this service for many years. Even when he got very old and sick, he still replied. He used a small desk and a pen. He could hardly walk anymore, but he still went to the store daily. He wanted to help until the very end. The letters were his last connection to the world. He passed away, but his kindness remains. During the night, more letters arrive. Each letter comes from a different person. Each person has a different problem. The young men read each letter carefully. They try to understand each situation. One letter comes from a young man. He loves music very much. He wants to be a musician. He dreams of playing on big stages. He wants to write his own songs. He wants to become very famous. But his family has other plans. They want him to take over the family shop. The shop is a fish shop. It has been in the family for years. His father gets very old. He cannot run the shop alone now. The young man feels very confused. He does not know what to choose. Should he follow his music dream? Should he help his family instead? He feels torn between two choices. The three men give him advice. They tell him to keep trying music. He listens to their good advice. He later becomes a successful musician. He helps many people with his music. Another letter comes from a teenage boy. His family has money problems. His father borrows money from a bank, but he cannot pay the money back. The family is in a lot of debt. His parents decide to run away. They want to escape from their debts. They plan to leave in the middle of night. They want to take their son with them, but the boy does not want to go. He has many friends at his school. He likes his teachers very much. He wants to finish his education. He does not want to become a runaway, but he also loves his family. He feels sorry for his parents. He does not know what to do. The three men think about his problem. The young men told him not to run away. He should stay and finish his studies. He listened to their good advice. He continued his education at school. He later became a kind person. He went to Marukwan orphanage as a volunteer. He took care of homeless children there. He gave them love and attention. One letter comes from a young woman. She works at a bar. She serves drinks to men at night. She wants to change her life now. She wants to become a better person. She has some big dreams for herself. She wants to start her own business. She wants to live an honest life. But changing is very difficult for her. She has no money or education. She feels stuck in her current life. The three men give her special advice. They know what happens in the future. They tell her about new technologies. They tell her about new kinds of jobs. They tell her to learn new skills. They tell her to work very hard. They tell her to save her money. She follows all of their advice. She later becomes very successful. She becomes rich and helps others too. She never forgets her difficult past. One letter comes from a young girl. She worries about her mother. Her mother is very poor and tired. They live in a small apartment. They do not have enough food. They do not have enough warm clothes. The girl wants to help her mother. She wants to find a way to make money, but she is too young to work. She does not know what she can do. The three men feel sorry for her. They give her advice about the future. They tell her about future businesses. She uses the information to help her family. Her family's life becomes much better. The young men start to see something interesting. All these stories connect together. The people are not strangers to each other. Their lives link in surprising ways. The young musician becomes very famous. He uses his music to help children. He visits a children's home called Marukwan. This is a home for children without parents. He plays music for the children there. He makes them happy with his songs. He also gives money to the children's home. He helps them buy food and clothes. The teenage boy also goes to Marukwan. He grows up to be a kind person. He works as a helper there. He takes good care of the children. He gives them love and attention. He wants them to feel safe and happy. The young woman becomes very rich. She does not forget her hard past. She also gives money to Marukwan. She wants to help poor children. She knows how hard life can be. She wants to make their lives better. The children's home, Marukwan, is very important. This is the same home where the three men grew up. They lived there as young children. They remember the place very well. The kindness from the past helps the children's home. The children's home then helps the three young men. The chain of help goes across time. People help each other without knowing. The letters travel through time. They connect everyone together. Even Mr. Namiya connects to Marukwan. He loved a woman long ago. That woman started the children's home. That is why he began his service. He wanted to help people like she did. His kindness started everything in this story. One good deed led to another good deed. People help people they never meet. The magic of the letters makes this happen. The connections are deep and beautiful. At the start, the three men feel angry. They have no hope for the future. They rob houses because they have no choice. But during this night, they read many letters. These people in the past also suffer, but they still ask for help. The three men start to care about them. They give advice to these strangers. They feel responsible for the first time. They see that their words can help. Kohei is the first to show kindness. Shota also wants to do good. Even Atsuya starts to care slowly. By the end, they are different people. They no longer want to be criminals. They want to make things right. The magic comes from Mr. Namiya's last wish. Before he dies, he makes a promise. The store will open on his death anniversary. The magic returns for one night only. That night is when the three men hide there. The mailbox sends letters between 2 years. They go between 1980 and 2012. People in the past write to the store. The three men receive them in 2012. They write replies and put them in the box. The replies travel back to the past. The past people think Mr. Namiya replies, but the advice is still very good. The past people trust the advice. They use it to change their lives. Near the end, a special letter arrives. It comes from Mr. Namiya himself. He wrote it before he passed away. He explains why he started the service. He wanted to help other people. He believed it was the right thing. He shares an important lesson in it. Most people already know their own answer. They just need someone to listen. They need someone to confirm their thoughts. Writing the letter helps them find answers. The advice itself is not the most important. This letter touches the three young men. It gives them hope for their future. It shows they can be good people too. The next morning, the three men leave the store. They decide to turn themselves in. They want to take responsibility for their crimes. They do not run away anymore. They will face punishment from the law. But their hearts have already changed. They have new hope and direction now. The old store changed many lives in one night. Letters across time connected the past and future. Everyone who asked for help found their answer. Everyone who gave advice also found their way. This is the miracle of the Namiya General Store.